Will Party Royale destroy Fortnite Creative Mode? I'm gonna talk all about it in today's video. If you haven't seen it yet, Party Royale is a new game mode in your Fortnite lobby that you can select. Once you launch Party Royale, you end up on this new island that has all sorts of things that you can do on it. This is the overview of the map. There's time trials, there's soccer, there's like a main stage where you can listen to music and party with people. There's a big screen where they can show movies, or I don't know what they can show there. They can show a lot of things. You could probably spend an hour or two exploring the island, playing around and having fun. They say this is an experimental mode and that there's a lot more coming. One really interesting thing about this game mode is that you can launch straight into Battle Royale from this island. You come straight up to this bus, you push E, and then you're launched straight into a public match. Now that is really cool, but it gives me some concern as I think about the implications that has for creative mode. I'm gonna talk about those implications and how it could be bad for creative mode, and also how this could be really, really good for creative mode. Now, before I get into this, I really need to emphasize that I have not talked to my brother Donald about this at all. I have two brothers that work at Epic, and sometimes we discuss Fortnite. Not that often, but sometimes. And anything we discuss there, I will never talk about in public on my channel or anywhere else. I had no idea that Party Royale was even a thing, and everything I'm expressing in this video is my own opinion, my own ideas, and none of this comes from my brothers or any other source. Okay, so I'm gonna run around the island and explore a little bit with you as I talk about some of these issues. So the first thing I want to talk about is kind of how this could be bad for creative mode. If you're running around this island and you're familiar with creative mode, you're gonna notice a ton of assets that we don't have in creative mode. I mean, basically creative mode hasn't had a significant update in a month or two, probably even longer. Just look at this right here. We have 4 statues that we don't have in creative mode. There are a bunch of unique devices like this. You can jump into it and you can switch your skin in the middle of the game. That would be awesome for creative mode. There are these cool time trial things where you can activate it and then you can go, you go to the next like little circle thing here and you try and beat your old times and stuff like that. Like, this is just really cool thing, definitely something we don't have in creative mode. And there's even like you can set up, have records and like leaderboards and stuff like that. Another thing we don't have in creative mode. They certainly have made a brand new island with really cool terrain that we don't have. You can see these rings here. We have a ring gallery, but these ones like are interactive. They interact with the music and the sounds around them. All sorts of lighting effects. We've got these dancing people up here. I mean, this screen is really cool and all of the effects that are going on behind it. Look at these pieces right here on the ground that I'm running on. Like, this is all stuff that we don't have in creative mode. I could go on and on here. There are dozens of unique pieces that are not in creative mode. This is a little frustrating to see as a map maker, that there's all of these awesome, unique new things and devices that are in this mode. And what did we get in creative mode this last update? We got a lily pad. This is concerning that all this effort has been placed into Party Royale and very little has gone into creative mode recently. On top of that, this is basically the developers saying, oh, here's a fun place you can go and hang out with friends and do a bunch of these challenges and mini games and all of this stuff. What about the creators though? What about all of the mini games and the challenges and the things that creators have made? All of that is getting sidetracked off into creative mode, while people drop in here, have fun with their friends, go play Battle Royale straight from this island. They're filling that hole of, oh, I just want to relax for a little bit before I play Battle Royale, that creative mode kind of did for them originally. I know there are some map creators that I've talked to that are a little bit concerned about this, that the developers are starting to kind of take over this space that creators have filled for the last year or two. That mixed with the fact that developers are kind of focusing more on this than like creative mode is a reason for some major concern for creators. So I really hope this isn't the developers kind of saying, you know what, creative mode is not working the way we want, so we're just creating our own thing here now, and you guys can still build with a few things that we've given you, and you know, we're gonna run off with this new mode to where the masses will come and play. I don't think that's what's happening here, and let me explain what I think Party Royale could become for creative mode. As you explore the island, you see all sorts of signs and challenges and things that are going on to keep you entertained, right? Well, what if they added in signs all over to creators' maps? What if there are rifts all over the place? Like, here's a new adventure you can go on, or here's a death run you can go through, or here's a mini game you can jump into made by Word Andrew, or Dumblon, or Tiny Mac, or Rhinex. There could be dozens of creators' maps featured all over this island. We've already got a battle bus where you can go and drop into battle royale mode. Well, what if they added rifts all over the place and matchmaking boards all over the place, leading more people to the creative maps? And what if they even made it so that this island was a place you had to come before you launched into battle royale? And then they're also featuring creative maps. Now they're trying to bring people together to a place where you can really start to see all of the creative that is around Fortnite. Maybe there's even a way to bring in the Save the World community into this arena. Maybe this just completely replaces the creative hub. Now that makes me sad because I love the featured creative hubs. The unique hubs are such an awesome way to show off the talents of the creators out there. But let's stop and think about a way they could incorporate that into this island. Do you guys remember the block that they had in the old map where creators basically created a point of interest where players could go and collect items and just be a part of the battle royale experience? Well, what if they created a block of sorts on this island, basically a place where people could go and see the artistic abilities of the map creators out there, feature different maps, go on adventures, and all sorts of awesome things that creators can come up with. Basically, I would love to see the plaza become the block, place where creators can make it really awesome and interesting for people coming into Party Royale. One thing my brother and Tim Sweeney and all the others at Epic have talked a lot about is they want to create a metaverse, basically the Oasis from Ready Player One. Basically, it's a one-stop shop for entertainment. Hey, look out, buddy! And the only way a metaverse works is if there is something like a creative mode. It's pulling in the talents of all of the amazing people out there who are willing to basically work for free and taking their creations and integrating it into your game in a much more intuitive way, like Party Royale, where there could be hundreds of maps where people could go and run around and play and see different things. Anything from one-player game modes like death runs and adventure maps, to mini-game modes, to artistic builds, a place where you can have concerts and watch movies, or a zombie game like Save the World. Or maybe you could even port straight over to the Epic Games Store. Or who knows the possibilities here. I don't really know what the developers are thinking with this. But in order for a metaverse to work, they have to have a strong community of people that are building maps that are unique and constantly updating. If it's all on developers to make a metaverse, then it's always gonna fall short. You have to involve the community to create a true metaverse. I think we're just starting to get a taste of what Fortnite is truly all about. It's not a battle royale game. It's always been about something bigger and more innovative. And we're just starting to get a glimpse of what the future can hold for Fortnite. So I think Party Royale here is actually really great for creators, and I can't wait to see what's gonna happen with this little island that holds so much potential.